Hey guys, what's up? Long time no vlog. I thought I'd do a little bit physique update. Just to show where I'm at currently. My last show was October 17th. I don't think I've done a physique update since. So here we are. Let's see. This is the part that is a little. It's strange because you're like, oh, post show. Obviously, I'm bulking now, so not as lean, but that's the point. I'm up about 10 pounds. I weighed in at 143.8 this morning. I was about like anywhere between 130 to 132 when it came to my prep weight, stage weight. So yeah, it's been a lot of food, trying to focus and hit those goals. I'll talk about that more in a bit when I'm caffeinated. I'll see you soon. Hey guys, what's up? So I feel like I've stopped and started vlogging about 3 times over the past couple weeks, and I think I've just I always struggle with being like, oh, my life is so boring to be showing on YouTube, and it's honestly not that my life is boring. I'm never bored. Like, my day is filled. There isn't 1 second of boredom in my day, absolutely ever, which is amazing, and I'm so grateful for that. It just gets boring for you guys because I end up just feeling overwhelmed, and the only thing I'm showing you is my food, which is the same damn food that I just eat over and over again at the moment. So essentially, anxiety has probably been more of a struggle for me lately. Just I say, it's just boring, same old, but yeah, I'm not bored. There's a lot going on. And but it's a good thing, though. I don't want you to think that it's not a good thing. It's all great. All good things, don't worry. But I did want to touch on something that I feel like isn't talked about enough, especially within the trans community. And that is kind of, life after all the transition aspects of things. I'm coming up, it's going to be my 6th year on testosterone this month, which is crazy. I'm just thinking about that. December 11th to be exact. And yeah, it's been a wild ride, and it's been an amazing journey. But I had this moment during my last men's physique competition that I kind of want to share with you. It was when I was preparing to get on stage for my class, and I was in this room with basically everyone. That's the room that we'd warm up in, that we get our pump in, and no one really knew who was in what class. I mean, I could tell who was doing bodybuilding versus physique, obviously, because the board shorts versus the Speedo banana hammock, but I felt myself comparing and measuring myself up with other guys. Everyone does it. They were doing it. And the biggest thing that stood out to me was I wasn't standing there as a trans guy comparing myself to the other guys as cis guys that I was comparing myself to. I was just comparing myself to them as a man, and looking at size and symmetry and conditioning and being all right, who's my competition? Who is my height that I'm going to be actually competing against? And it was just kind of an aha moment to be wow, we spend so much time having to deal with dysphoria or feeling like we are, not passing or not being seen as male, and then to be out over on this end is something that I have not really experienced, at least not been aware of, is the complete absence of dysphoria. And yeah, like I still have my bouts of times where I feel it, whether it's, like about my hips or something like that. Like sometimes it happens, but I feel as though there's a lot of focus on dysphoria and feeling that, but we don't really talk about just what happens after that, or just. I think there is also this weird way that sometimes we can get caught up in finding dysphoria familiar. So it's even if it's like this bad thing, but it's familiar, so it almost becomes your new comfort zone. So what do you do when you step outside of feeling that dysphoria? Or what do you do when you compare yourself in like this new manner? It's this new thing to process and feel. But for me, it felt really good, and it's not something that I had really thought of before, because I feel like when a lot of people transition, they don't keep going to document these aspects of their lives. It's like documenting transition and then gone, bye. You don't really see them again. So as much as sometimes I'm thinking like, I don't know if what I put out there is even worth putting out there anymore, because I'm kind of just past a lot of the stages that people started watching my channel for. Mostly I think a lot of you guys came for phalloplasty, but I know that for me, I always wish that I could still be watching the same trans guys that I might have watched when I first started transitioning, to know what their lives are like now, or just there's like this big chunk missing of what is life after transition. Do you find happiness? Like, does dysphoria always affect you? Do you always feel like there's something unique or missing in your life, or something like, my battery's gonna die, hold on. I think a lot of people feel lost after transition, because transition does give you these benchmarkers, these goals to strive for, and after those, you have to, life is always full of something to strive for, but you got to kind of create that afterwards. I've always been like a goal-oriented person, so that hasn't been as much as an issue for me. I know a lot of people tend to feel lost, or like don't really know what to do after they've completed their transition, or like completed, yeah, that's where like bodybuilding has kind of fallen in. It's been really helpful in having something to strive for, along with building my coaching business and just being a better coach. And I don't want to downplay my life and say that it's boring, because that's not true. And I feel like that wouldn't really benefit anyone or myself, because I quite enjoy my life. I mean, I am a creature of habit. I love my routine. I do the same thing every day, but the thing is that that's what I like, and that's what helps me, and everyone has their thing. And so even though like the transition part of my life is mostly in the past, I mean, of course I'm always going to be trans. I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, I'm not trans anymore. It's always going to be a big part of my life, and the fact that it's molded me into the person I am today. And I'll always have something to say or have a unique perspective, because I have walked this earth living as, or being seen as, both female and male. So I can always, offer a different perspective there. But yeah, I just wanted to say, like, there is life after transition. There is more to strive for after transition. It's just that you're no longer swimming upstream, and any sort of, chaos or overwhelm that I feel, I'm actually feeling really grateful for, because there's no way that I could feel any of that if I hadn't first been able to transition. So being able to go after the things in life that I want to strive for, besides having the next surgery and stuff like that, it's just this whole new thing for me, and sometimes I don't even know what to do with it. So I can imagine that I'm probably not alone there. So I'm gonna keep trying to just like show whatever is going on, and I wanted to give you a physique update, even though it was a failed vlog, but it's there for you. But yeah, I'm bulking right now. It's not the most exciting thing in the world, But if you have anything that you want me to touch on specifically, I could do more topic videos. If you know you're into that type of thing, I could do vlogs if that's something you're into. Yeah, just kind of searching for like, what exactly am I putting out there? Because a lot of my day-to-day stuff is like boring to other people, but you know, I love it, and I love coaching and being a coach, and I feel like I say that all the time, but I just feel really grateful for life right now. On that note, I have been also mostly focusing on, not mostly, but I've been focusing a little bit more on my podcast, and I've been having a lot of fun with that. So if I happen to be a little bit more absent on YouTube, that might end up be where I'm at a little bit more. So I'll link my podcast down below. But yeah, just wanted to check in because I know it's been a bit. I'm not trying to like avoid making the YouTube videos. I think I've just been, you know, really busy with the challenge and coaching, but I'm not mad about it at all. So yeah, thank you all for watching and coming along this journey with me. And I'll try to not be such a stranger on here anymore. And you know, I'm not making any empty promises either, but I'm not going anywhere, because life outside of transition, like, there is more to life than that, and I want you to see that if you're trans and, you know, you're not really sure what that looks like, because I think we all should see what that looks like. But yeah, peace out, guys. I'll see you next time.